All right, my name is Brett Allen. I'm the head football coach at Kent-Meridian High School. I want to start by thanking MaxPreps and USA Football and the Seahawks for having us here today. This is a great event. We're very happy to be a part of it. We represent the SPSL North 4A. We took over there 4 years ago. This is my 5th year as a head coach. And we took over a program that had a strong tradition of losing, unfortunately, for the last 15 or 20 years. And so we've been going through a process of a culture change at our school, and we're starting to see the fruits of that labor recently, especially with these guys' class as they moved into varsity football. So 2 years ago, we went to the playoffs for the first time in 20 years, and went to that playoff game. Didn't play well, but the kids got a taste of the success that they knew they had in them. And so the problem was we put a limit on ourselves. We said we wanted to get to the playoffs. Well, we did, and then that was it. And so we've talked about taking that next step. Well, last year we expected to do that. We had high expectations, but we finished 3-7. We had a few games, 3 games that we lost by 3 or less, 1 in triple overtime, 1 in overtime, 1 on the last-second field goal. And so these guys are now hungry to overcome that last step, that last little bit of persevere, or a little bit of adversity that gets in their way, and persevere into this season. And so, these guys represent feeder programs in our district that have middle schools that we play middle school football. And so these guys have all collectively been champions in their 7th and 8th grade year. And so now here they are stepping to the forefront of the varsity stage, and they're ready to take that next step. They know they can beat any team in our league, and they're ready to do that and ready to prove that. We've had a great spring. We won in our school district, we have a Kent City liftoff, where the 4 Kent schools compete in the 3 major lifts. We won that this year for the first time by 400 pounds, put up over 6,000 pounds in total lifts. So the kids have built that confidence knowing that they got stronger. And then we've done really well in some 7-on-7s recently at the Rip It tournament in Chief South last weekend, and performed well there. So these guys are ready to take that next step and not just talk about getting to the playoffs, but visualizing their name on that state banner and playing in the Tacoma Dome in December. So.
Well, I recently got that nickname from my freshman coach, Coach May. But I've been Little League. I've been playing. I grew up around the football world, and Little League I've played it all, And then, fortunately, I went to a weight league, and so they limited me, and they said I couldn't run the ball because I was overweight. And so every time when I got a pick on defense or like a fumble recovery, I had to take a knee because I couldn't run the ball. But just playing football and playing any position is just what I love to do, and just doesn't matter where I'm out on the field as long as I'm on the field. I love playing football.
I think there are a couple of things. The one big thing for us, and what we brought with us right away, was to build relationships with our kids. So we have what people will term, if you will, a tough school. I don't really know what that means. I just know that we're in the coaching profession to build relationships with kids and to help them become better young men and better football players. And so we really focused on that relationship piece. I don't hire coaches unless they want to get down and dirty with the kids and really get to know them outside of football, really get to know them as people, get to know their stories, get to know their histories and their background, so that we can then teach them and coach them in a certain way. So we kind of earn the right to coach them, sometimes tough, with some of that tough love. But if you know someone's story and they believe that you care, you've heard that old adage, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so we've lived by that, and it's paid off. I think these guys will talk about that. One of the things we break with all the time is family. So we want to build a second family. The other thing for us is teach them about adversity. A lot of them already come from adverse backgrounds, where they're facing adversity every day. Some of these guys can tell you their stories. You wouldn't believe that they could get up in the morning sometimes. And so what we try to do is teach them to embrace that adversity and teach them how to persevere, teach them that those things are going to happen on the football field, and that's just a microcosm of what will happen in life. And so that football should be the easy thing. So those 2 things, I think, have helped us kind of turn that corner culturally.
Well, when I was a freshman, I was kind of a little timid and shy. I didn't know quite what was going on yet. But as the years have gone by, I've been getting to know all these coaches and all my players here. I've been getting to know them really well. And it's really they're more than teammates. It's like a whole family situation. I can think of these guys as brothers and uncles and stuff. I mean, it's just really nice to have them around.
They're pretty big to me. I have a lot of friends that are around and going to the other kind of schools, and we talk and stuff just for fun. And I can't wait to step out on the field and see the guys under the lights that I hang out with, in a different perspective though, not as friends this time.
No, we I'm going to give a shout out to our one of our assistant coaches, our strength and conditioning coach, Shane Bardo. He came in with us and instituted this program so last year we finished second in the lift off, and then this year won it. And we lift in the off season. We lift 5 days a week. We lift every day from 9 to 10:15. Then we go out and condition after that. And Coach Bardo did a good job of getting a varsity athlete weight training class instituted at the school, and so these guys were all lifting together, every day in class, and then that carried on through the off season. And so, we know that winning the lift off isn't going to win us any football games. That happens in June, and you still got to go through the summer and play the games. But it does give us, a certain level of confidence. These guys have already been known as the most athletic team in our league, and now we're the strongest too. So, we live by it now. We're consistent with it every day in the summertime.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm more of a quiet guy. We just lead by example. So, we're not very vocally, but everyone just kind of just follows everybody, and it just goes from there, and and everybody just putting in work. So, we're all just leaders, out there. So you're not just juniors or seniors, it's everybody, So, but we're taking it by the horns, and just leading the team out there,